Hey there, welcome to day 194 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Today we're going to continue with our discussions on financial growth topics, and today's topic is debt. Financial growth and debt, the impact that debt has on our financial growth throughout the course of our lifetime. There's a really good write-up and guide too of the Let's Grow annual challenge private Facebook group page on different types of debt, good debt, bad debt, and then describing the different types of debt. And our action item today is going to be to, just like yesterday, we listed out all of our expenses on a monthly basis. We are going to make a list of all of our debts. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but you can go online and you can find a personal financial statement, which will have income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Liabilities are debts, right? Liabilities are things that we owe to other people. Taxes are liabilities, right? They're a debt that we owe. So all of us should have on our list taxes as one of our debts. Expenses are short-term debts, in my opinion, and debts are sometimes longer-term things. Mortgages or borrowing, things that we use other people's money for that we want to get now. There's good debts and bad debts. Good debts are things that are used to buy assets that will appreciate in value or give us income in some way, shape, or form. Real estate is a great example of that. Now, can argue, and I've heard it argued both ways, your primary residence is an expense and a debt, not necessarily an asset. And you can choose to look at it any way you want. If it's in an appreciating area and real estate's going up, it is actually an asset. When you sell it, you'll make more than you paid for it. But if real estate the prices and valuations are going down, you can lose money. And so then all of the payments that you've made to just live there are really an expense, not an investment and an asset. So good debts are things that you invest your money in. Bad debts are things like credit card debt. You can get into credit card debt and never get yourself out of it because the interest rates are so high. Payday loans, another example. Car loans, loans on your car title, bad deal. Loan shark loans are the same as payday loans and car loans. They're just, I don't know how they squeak in to be a legitimate business. Don't know anything about that business. Don't choose to work with them. Personal loans can tend to be a problem and a bad debt if you borrow a whole lot of money to do something and you don't pay it back, or the interest is so high that it's almost impossible to pay it back. Sorry, my granddaughter was screaming for me in the middle of the video. That happens. So we're going to list all those things out today. Mortgages, loans, anybody you owe money to. I say throw taxes on there. Any credit card balances and debts that you have that you're going to continue to use, make sure those are on there. They'll be both on the expense category as well as the debt category. But what I was saying earlier before I got off on a little tangent was you can find a personal financial statement that has all these categories listed on it so that it's easy to remember or think of things that you might not otherwise think of. Or you can go to your local bank. Your bankers love it when you pay attention to your financial health and well-being. And so they're glad to give you a personal financial statement if you want a hard copy or print one out on your computer, etc. But you can find those, and all of these categories we're talking about will have detailed categories in them that makes it easier to remember some of these things. It triggers our memory, right? So whenever we have a form or a checklist, it's easier to do things. All right, so we've got Barry's story in Guide to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page as well. And she goes through the different areas and different times of her life and how debt played out for her. Tomorrow, we'll talk about savings, and we'll do Dylan's story. Any questions? Hit me up. Otherwise, I'm already started my list. I'm going to start my list and list out all of my debts. I don't really have very many nowadays. Nowadays, I've really simplified my life, so the amount of debt that I carry is very, very small. All right, have an awesome day. If I can help, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.